Hey, what's up? I'm Sam from AI for Marketers, and today we're gonna do the advanced tutorial of Leonardo AI. Now, to be clear, I'm not gonna do the beginner part of the Leonardo tutorial because we already have a tutorial on that. And that one is linked up in the description and here in the cards of YouTube. So again, if you have not been exposed to Leonardo before, go to that tutorial, watch it, and then you can come to this one and learn how to play with it like a pro. In this one, we're gonna cover the Realtime Canvas, which is my favorite tool, the motion tool, the real-time generation, the canvas editor, the universal upscaler, the training and data sets, fine-tune models, and texture generation advanced features. All of that in this incredible video in this amazing channel, and you can check any of those tools in the timeline right here. So if you guys are ready, let's dive into Leonardo AI. Okay, so in the last tutorial we already covered image generation, like in the image creation right here. We made a picture of myself running a training for a marathon in Tokyo. So yeah, we pretty much do that as the example prompt in every single tutorial. Is I really believe in visualization and manifestation. If you see it, you're gonna do it. So yeah, I have to run that marathon now, and yeah, so we're gonna try to download one of these images to do the motion part of Leonardo. Actually, that one, yeah, that one's great. Yeah, you remember all of this from the tutorial. Let's go to right here to Leonardo. I think I told you guys I really like the interface of Leonardo. It's pretty, at least like the visual part of it is very interesting. So let's click here in AI tools, go to motion. Let's give our image a little bit of life. Select image, upload an image. We can upload that one. Remember that you have here your generations, collections, the community feed. We can always, of course, use the community images to play a little bit with them. People generate some, dude. There's some people that are so talented. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, well, that's pretty much right there. That's the picture of ourselves going into the marathon in Tokyo. Blue attire, running shoes. I remember the prompt was blue attire, running shoes, orange running shoes, and depth of field, right bouquet in the style of the picture, and a sunny day in Tokyo. So that's pretty cool. We have the image here, and the only thing that we can modify, and I hope that in the future we have more options to play with, but right now we only have motion strength. So we can play from 1 to 10 motion strength. I'm gonna leave it on 8 because I want to generate a lot of motion. Let's generate it. It costs 25 credits. So view your video generation on the AI Gen page or in the library when complete. I'm gonna show this again. This is a new account, so I have to do all of this. This is what you guys are gonna see when you create things with your account. Video generation. It's gonna get a little bit like it's usually not a lot of time though. With Leonardo, it's actually relatively fast. I don't know what model Leonardo is using. I don't think they're using their own model. I think they're using a different model, probably Flux or Holio, or I don't know what, like Runway's model probably. And actually the motion tool is their newest tool. They released it in mid-October, and we're now at October 21st. But there you go, we applied a lot of motion and our video is ready. Let's see it. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay, so it didn't, I don't know why it doesn't let you prompt, but you can just add motion right now to the video. It doesn't let you prompt a lot. I probably use the best thing you can do is use a little bit of motion, not a lot, because it changed the entire picture, right? Like it transformed into literally another human there. Let's do that again real quick. Let's pick an image, your generations, your uploads. Let's pick this one, or even let's pick this one that looks a bit better. Confirm. Okay, and let's put our motion strength in 3. See how it goes. Okay, so we generated our second video. Let's see how it did. Oh, okay. Golly, no, that looks horrible. Okay, Yeah, the motion part of Leonardo is not great right now. Probably using just a little bit of motion in your creations, like one of motion, is the best thing you could do right now. And with simple images, right? Like a one subject image and not a lot of elements on the picture, right? And that's pretty normal. I don't know if they're using their own. It says here that for the image, they're generating, like they're using their own model. But I don't know if they're using their own model for the video. I don't think so. It's like creating like video generation models is pretty expensive, and they're probably using just an API from any other AI company like Runway, Clay, Krea, all of those, right? But as I said, that's probably going to get a lot better. And honestly, Leonardo's forte is image generation, image edition, and they're great at that. So, you know, it's pretty cool that they're trying this new tool, the motion tool, and I'm sure that in the future it's going to be super, super useful. Okay, so now let's go to Realtime Canvas, which is my favorite tool of Leonardo. The real-time canvas, is basically a tool for you to doodle. It's basically a way to conceptualize a visual or an image or like a creation. I don't know how to put it in words, but its main mission is helping you conceptualize a visual thing. So let's try to draw some flowers. That's pretty cool. Let's go to something like white. Let's go to white real quick. Probably closer to red. A red thing like that. Maybe white first, and then we can do like a rose or something like that. Okay, a brush, select like that. The background first, let's do a white background. Okay, and then the brush, we're gonna grab a, there you go, like a rose thing to make roses. Okay, brush, we're gonna type the prompt. We're gonna first draw like a rose. Yeah, I'm not great at making roses. Oh, he's drawing a flower. That's great. That's pretty cool. That's great. I'm not great at this, dude. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm not great at illustrations. Like I do my best, but it's pretty complicated. So, but he understood that I wanted to do flowers even without me saying it. Let's type here the prompt: a garden of roses, garden of roses. And let's grab a green here, and let's do like, you know, the garden here, right? So beautiful. Let's say I wanted to add a sun here, right? In the top right corner, I would just put here the sun, right? But because I'm not prompting anything, the thing doesn't understand that it needs to create a sun there. But like it's creating only like different roses, right? But if I say and the sun in the top right corner, it creates the sun now. Okay, it didn't create the sun. And the sun shining. Let's put the sun shining in the sky. Okay, now I understand that there's light from there. Probably because it's too close to this rose right here. It does not understand that what I mean. But what we're gonna do is delete that part, right? Delete the rose thing, and we're gonna, yeah, super cool. We deleted the sun, and we're gonna create the sun like a bigger sun, right? Okay, so it doesn't understand what I mean by the sun, and of course it's a bit rough, and also my style of drawing is not helping. But you can see that we can play a little bit with the roses, and you can create different flowers there, right? Look at that, so beautiful. The coolest thing is that depending on your creativity, like we can use the creativity strength here in the stylish, and you can see that it creates a super cool image based on some doodles, horrible doodles I did, right? In creativity strength, you can play with the strength of the creativity. It's gonna be either much more close to what you're drawing. If you're a great artist and you just want to edit a little bit your imagery, like, you know, I would just use a little bit of creativity. But if you're like me and you don't know how to you know, draw things, I would just use like, you know, 80% or something. Like the more the better, right? Look at that, beautiful. But you know, it's more difficult for it to understand what you're saying if you add a lot of creativity, right? And also create like different styles. So let's say I want to this to be a different style of image, right? Like photography, for example. We just would apply photography and look how it changes, right? And yeah, and if we put a lot of creativity there you go, right? Like a little, like it has nothing to do with what I drew, but you can add, for example, let's say I wanted to add a blue here, a blue color instead of the yellow. I will go there and it's gonna generate a different flower, right? A blue flower. A garden of blue roses. It doesn't understand the blue. A blue roses. And now because I did that, there you go, right? You can play with it a lot if you want. A vibrant, we can change the style, the entire style. And the best thing is that if you want to, let's say I wanted this image to be the one I want to play with now, I would just, you know, press here the output to input, like here, there you go. And now that's my base canvas and I can start playing with it, right? Let's say I wanted Rose on the sky and there's a girl trying to pick it up, and I you know, if I was doing this like professional, like let's say I need this to be like the best thing, the best drawing ever, I would, you know, just like not do this, like have a much better drawing style, the one I'm doing now, the one I'm using now. And if I were like a beautiful, like if I were to do a super cool illustration, or I had the skills to draw in a beautiful way, I would use a little creativity. And as you can see there, a girl now is following a little bit more my visual prompt. Here you go. See if it generates that. And let's keep and a girl. I think it doesn't understand that this is a person. Yeah, probably does not understand that. Let's try to grab that and delete that part to see if it does that. But even if you don't like a part of the thing, you can just delete it. And you can also like, hey, don't put Jose, don't put that last part. I want to redo this part. But like, you know, it's not it's not understanding that this is a person, and I get why it's not understanding that that's a person, because it doesn't look like a person. But if you're a more talented artist, you would do for sure better at this type of tool. But like, you know, even me, dude, this is like a great example of what I mean by AI leverage, because like I'm not great at drawing, and I'm making this type of art that honestly looks like amazing, right? It's like a blue rose, and I wasn't like even trying to do, you know, a specific style of drawing or art. It's just me playing with the tool now. But if I had a concept, let's say I want to make, you know, a beautiful, let's say beautiful sunshine in Tokyo, right? Tokyo. And it's like, you know, if I like my input, it follows my input, Tokyo and Godzilla is there. let's say Godzilla is in the background. Look at that. Back. That's pretty crazy, and I don't like it. Like, you know, that's what I mean. Like, you can play a lot with this type of tool, with both generative AI, like in the normal sense of it, meaning just real-time generation. You can also add an image from Leonardo, if you want to play in the canvas. Let's say that I wanted my guy there to make an appearance, right? And beautiful uh beautiful guy running a marathon in Tokyo, sunshine in the back, sunshine in the sunny Tokyo. Let's say sunny day, sunny day, and there's a red car. Let's say that there's a red car, but you know, it's not putting the red car close to it. But let's say I wanted to, you know, put the red car where this guy is. I would just select the brush, right? And I would exactly do that, right? That's a red car. You're gonna see it there. Look at that. The red car. Perfect, right? And even like there. You can also, if you want, use this tool right here, the generate tool, to change a specific part of the thing, but like, you know, generate a specific thing on that image. So I would put like there like a uh cool looking male runner runner well runner. There you go. It should generate a better picture, right? Done. There you go. If I make it bigger, you know, a bit more in front of it, and if I make it like go here, beautiful, uh, there you go. The creativity is a lot. If I put it here in low creativity, it's gonna be, you know, more um closer to the context of the image. But yeah, if I leave it like that, I put a lot of it creativity, and let's go to conceptual art, for example. You can see that, you know, we just created a new concept from nothing, right? That's amazing. And you can play, let's say, sketch black and white. Look at that. It's gonna have sketch black and white. Do you see what I mean? Like that, this tool is amazing. And you know, there's not, there's no software that makes you like, you know, that you are, you know, like that you can play with, that does this type of thing. And even like, for example, I can even remove the background of this image. We can also do the real time here, the option. I don't use the real time option that much because like it confuses me, but you can of course use it. Let's do a photography and let's put a lot of creativity, much more creativity. You can see how the style changes. If we lower creativity, you can see how this lower, you know, it follows the same image structure, but it just changes the style. And you can play a lot with this amazing tool. Fantasy art, there's different things to play with. Well, that's a real-time canvas tool. One of my favorites in all the softwares we've made tutorials of. Probably one that I don't use that much, but I want to use more. Because like the usefulness of it, in my opinion, is just brainstorming visual concepts and helping you, like, you know, create ideas around like visuals that you already have or you want to have. But if you are, for example, trying to get into a visual identity or creating a specific type of graphic, I wouldn't use real-time canvas. But if you are trying to be like, you know, artistic, or try your doodling and creating concepts from just, you know, simple drawings, this is an amazing tool. Let's go to real-time generation. This one we already use in the real-time canvas, but this is specific for real-time generations, and we have a lot of things to play with. So let's go to prompt let's go to a 25-year-old. They're all white guy with brown hair running a marathon in Tokyo. Sunny day, dark blue attire. And you can see how the image is changing with each of my words, right? Like attire, and it's not giving me a super hyper realistic image, but it's because this thing is not, you know, like having even any prompt about like the style of the image I want, right? Type of field, I think if we were, let's say that we want to, you know, make this like a kids illustration playbook, right? Or, you know, style of image, it does that, right? Like a kid, they're not good. Like it does that, right? Like in a, you know, in a book that you will read your, you know, your son, your daughter. Of course, we can lower the levels to make it more realistic. We're gonna put that in 0 and makes it more realistic. Tune and anime, we can leave that on 1. A lot of tune and anime, and it's gonna change a lot. There you go. And leave that on 0 2. Then you go to, you know, 0 tune and anime. Then you can go. I'm gonna leave that on 0 to see how it does with this. Full card and illustration. Of course, the quality in the real-time generation, just so you know, is not as good as in the normal image generation. So if you're trying to generate an image that has like the best quality possible, do it on image generation and not in real-time generation. We play with all of this. Full card illustration also has a super cool style. This one is beautiful, right? That one's pretty cool. I really like that one. Yeah, a coloring book style. Yeah, it looks like a coloring book, right? That's pretty cool. Where's the full color illustration? Yeah. Wow, there you go. Yeah, I like that one. Of course, we can change the style too here. If we were to change it to anime, it's gonna probably generate something more anime-like, right? There you go. Super cool. Once you grasp these tools, dude, you're just, you know, you're on fire. You just start creating things and change the styles, and your brain starts, you know, producing amazing creative ideas, and I just love it. So yeah, I really hope these videos help you guys to generate the things that you want to generate. That's the real-time generation. Let's go now to Canvas Editor. Okay, so this is Canvas Editor, super amazing tool that Leonardo has to offer. Love it, one of the best features. Let's play a little bit with it. Now, just so you know, Leonardo AI is the only software that has this type of interface for image generation. We also had Playground in the past with this type of interface, but they changed it to something more like Canva. In fact, in that Playground video we did in AI for marketers, that we announced the change and made a tutorial on the new version of Playground. A lot of people were like, you know, mad and angry about the fact that they lost this access to Canvas tool in Playground. So for all of you, you know, Canva editor type lovers, you know, there you go. Here it is, right? And listen, don't get me wrong, like, you know, I really love this type of tool too. I just think, you know, there's different tools for everything. And, you know, I prefer to generate images like in prompt style, like with image generation. But if you prefer a canvas style where you can see like the entire creations and you play with your different creations, I also understand that. So let's generate a little bit with this tool to show you guys how to do it. A 25-year-old guy. Okay, so now that we have our prompt, let's play a little bit with the style of the thing. Okay, so outpaint, now letting paint strength, let's leave that on 45. We're using the Leonardo diffusion model, Alchemy 2. Yeah, I would say all of these are different models of Leonardo. It might be cool to try to use anime style, because Leonardo has an amazing anime style cool model. But Leonardo Kino is cinematic, so it's also pretty cool. We're gonna leave that one. Number of images, we're gonna do 4 images per canvas. We're gonna do 4 images per canvas. The image dimensions are gonna be 1,000 pixels, a square one. Advanced controls, 1 by 1. Yeah, perfect. Render density, gonna leave that. We're gonna put that in 3x. Render density is super important. It just like decreases the size and increases the pixel density of the generated context. So basically the quality, right? And the guidance scale is basically how important our prompt is. We're gonna put that on at least 12. We're gonna do 8 to 9. If you leave it too low or too like big in the guidance scale, it usually doesn't produce like big, like super cool images. So I'm gonna just leave that on here. I don't know if 9 or 8. I think I'm gonna do 8. Okay, let's go to advanced settings. Use fixed seed. We don't have a seed, and the scheduler, we're good there. We don't need to schedule anything. Recommended size, yeah, we're using the recommended size. Use fixed seed. We're now using a seed and a specific seed, and the scheduler is just for reducing the noise of the generation. So we're good there. We don't need that. In here we can use a negative prompt if we want. We're gonna put there everything from low quality image. We're gonna put that. We're gonna do hyper realistic 20 photo of a 25-year-old white guy. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and before generating, I forgot to mention, you gotta use here in canvas mode, you gotta pick between text to image, in paint to out paint, like base, like have an image as bases and then like add different things. We're gonna do that too. Image to image, and then sketch to image, like like the thing we did with the doodles in the real-time canvas. Okay, first we're going to do generate text to image, and then we can play with the different styles. Let's go do text to image, number of image 4 for real. Let's activate that. Yeah, and Leonardo Kino alchemy, yes. Let's go to generate. Okay, there you go. There's our main image. Let's see a second one. Okay, I like that one too. And there you go. That one's also cool. I think that one's my favorite probably, because I like that thing that orange detail there. Yeah, probably that one. Let's accept that one. Accept. Okay, so let's generate another image, totally unrelated. A cool girl in the streets. A cool girl in the streets helps. Anime style, sunny day, text to image, Leonardo lighting. No, we're gonna pick anime pastel dream as our main model, and everything else we're gonna leave the same. Recommended sizes. Yeah, we're gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna do horizontal too. Generate that real quick. Super cool generation, anime style, as you can see there, right? I like that one. Let's see another one. Okay, that's anime, but like I don't like that one. I like that one. Let's accept, and you can like go to another, like listen, like here, pick another one and play with all of these. As you can see, all of these prompts that I've been, using are not detailed prompts, or like very general prompts. And even those type of inputs generate great outputs, and that's the beauty of Leonardo AI for sure. Let's pick 3D animation style and give me 4 images. Let's generate that to see how it does it. Airbnb. Oh, that doesn't look good. Okay, but it generated a logo, right? That's cool. Okay, that's an Airbnb. Oh, that one, that's a cool concept. Okay, yeah. That's a concept, right? It's a conceptual logo. That's pretty cool. Because I didn't specify anything about the background of this logo, and it generated that. Wow, dude. Like totally different concepts just because I put the Airbnb thing and the style of like 3D style. This is amazing. Like, yeah. I'm gonna select probably this one. I really like that one. The generation, there you go, because that I like that, the concept of that logo, accept, etc. Okay, so that's pretty cool. You can play in the canvas editor with all of these images. You can make them bigger, smaller, and also you can play with them or generate like different styles of canvas, like the input output that we did before in the real-time canvas. The image to image, we can like create different images, as you can see in this cool animation, and in the sketch to image that we did in the real-time canvas too, by just playing with Doodles. You can use all of these tools in the canvas too, but like you have them in different sizes. Now let's go to the Open Universal Upscaler. As you go, super easy to use. Just add your generation, right? The one that you just want to upscale. Let's say I want to upscale this one, or one that is not that realistic. Let's say that one. We can choose between the upscale mode, the legacy, or the ultra, which is new and supposedly better but cheaper also at the same time, and like upscale multiplier to from 1x to 2x. Creativity strength, details, like how different do you want the thing to be, details, the contrast, 5 is cool. The similarity is important that you leave it on 5 or more if you just want to upscale. And the how do you want it to upscale, either artistically or realistic. I'm gonna leave it on realistic because the thing is for realistic. And the creativity strength, I'm gonna leave that on 5. Let's upscale that a little bit. We can see how quick and amazing that upscale was in like here, right? This is like the image before the upscaling, and now look at this, right? Wow, dude, amazing upscaling, especially in the subject. You can see the most different, right? Like look at that, looks much better here, right? There you go. And pretty much like a filter, right? It's like a cool upscale plus filter. But if we were to do that with artistic, and we were to put a lot of creativity on it, and the details, the contrast, and the similarity on low, and we upscale, you see what it's gonna happen. It's pretty different. Okay, let's see how it did. Definitely different. Now there's a difference right there. It's changing a bit the style a lot. Okay, this has a lot of more creativity, so it's gonna change it. Wow. Okay, it changed the main guy's face. It also changed this other guy's face and the style. Wow. Okay, so you can see with a lot of creativity and with the artistic style, even though it's just an upscale tool, it's it's changing the thing, right? It's changing the thing a lot. So yeah, let's go back to the interface. That's the upscaler. I just I Google upscale image and I use the first tool I see. But now that I know that Leonardo has an upscaler that is better than the typical upscalers, because you can use like different styles of upscaling, I'm probably gonna use that one. Let's go to fine tune models here and do a quick tour, because I think this is super important to have knowledge over, because like if you know how these models work and like what utility has like each model has, you can have like a better workflow and use the exact model you need for your image creation. So in fine-tune models, what we see here is like this is all the models that Leonardo offers, right? We see a Leonardo Phoenix, which is like their default model, and honestly the one that works the best if you want to create generational, like realistic, or like just generations with a lot of detail but like abstract generations at the same time. I just use always the Phoenix model For anime generations, we have Leonardo Anime XL, which is like, great, right? A new high-speed anime focus model that excels at a range of anime, illustrative, and CG styles. Leonardo Lighting XL, our new high-speed generalist image gen model, great at everything from photorealism to painterly style. Lighting XL was the one I used the most when I started using Leonardo, but I think now Photoreal, which is this new one, is better at photorealism than Lighting XL. So I probably will start using Photoreal more than Lighting XL for any type of like hyper-realistic photograph generation that I want to do. As you can see, like, it's a powerful pipeline designed to generate hyper-realistic photos and lifelike portraits. SDXL1 is a diffusion-based text-to-image generative model. This is basically, they're just using Stable Diffusion, which is another company, an open source company that has like not free models, but like open source models that another company can fork and use in their software. So just so you know, SD just means like Stable Diffusion, right? Like Stable Diffusion models. And also Leonardo Diffusion XL is also like a mix between Leonardo's models and Stable Diffusion's models. Leonardo Kino is for cinematic generations. Like if you want to do anything Tarantino-like, I would probably just use Leonardo Kino. Leonardo Vision is for like photograph style, but like, I don't use Vision for realism. I use it for photograph or portrait like generations. So if you want to do a hyper-realistic photograph, I would go with Photoreal. But if you want to do like in the style of a photograph or like an old camera, I would go with Leonardo Vision XL 100%. Then we have Albedo Base XL, which is a generalist model that tends towards more CG artistic outputs, like a video game style model, right? If you want to generate anything video game like Halo or God of War or like League of Legends, World of Warcraft, I would just use Albedo Base XL. Then we have RPG V5, which is like, like if you've ever played like any RPG style game, like, it's basically a model trained to generate that type of imagery. Then another Stable Diffusion model, and the 3D animation style. This is for like, anything Pixar-like or anything 3D animation, right? Then we have a bunch of different models for every single specific type of photo or generation you want. So I encourage you to explore them and play with them all. Leonardo is amazing, and if you are using Midjourney or any other software intensively, I also recommend buying a Leonardo subscription. I'm not affiliated with them, although I would love to be. Leonardo guys, if you want to contact me, just please do. Because like, I really like their software and I've used it a lot in the past. And yeah, it's great. Like it has a lot of super cool new features. So yeah, if you're into AI, I would just, play with it a lot and figure out how it works for your specific workflow. Because I can't show you how to, play with the tools, but, every single person has a different way to work and way to generate and way to prompt and use those images in another project, in some cool compositions. So I just want to show you how to play with it, or how I play with it and how I generate images, so you can do the same for your projects. This here is training and data sets. If you want to create a consistent character or a consistent style or a consistent like landscape, this is the place where you would do that. I've played with it a little bit in the past to create my own characters inside Leonardo, but I haven't done it in like months, in like 4 months or so. If you guys want a specific tutorial on creating your own consistent character or your own consistent, context and movie like, studio and scenes, we can do that. We can do a specific tutorial on how to create like specific context and subjects on Leonardo. So if you want that, let me know in the comments. So yes, that's it for this tutorial. I really hope it was useful to you guys. If you want to see another of our tutorials, you can see it right here. And the playlist of every single tool we've covered is right here. See you in the next one.